Country roads, take me home. Let's go on another road adventure. Again, we are on a country roads take me home. We're on Piketown Road in Dauphin County. We're going to go get the Barnett's Fort historic marker, but right now it's like hit or miss trying to get these historic markers because they're fixing a lot of them, and I couldn't find that thing at all. So I'm assuming they took the pole and everything, and that's all bye-bye. So we're actually out on somewhat of an exploratory trip again, like we did with Mount Gretna. This time it was to get a number of the shorts, like Barnett's Fort. We went and got Fort Manada. We got the Hanover Presbyterian Churchyard. Oh, sheesh. Sorry about that. That was a little sharper than I thought it was. The other direction, it didn't seem that bad. But anyways, we got that and the churchyard to do the shorts, and we're going out to Fort Hunter, and we're actually going out. Brandy had contacted me. She follows Cliff as well, Wandering Woodsman channel, and she had said about Hecktown, which is right a little north of Fort Hunter. There's a cool sign there. It's named after Dr. Heck, and there's also a cool cemetery there called Hecktown Community Cemetery, I believe. Used to be called Riverview Cemetery because of the views of the Susquehanna River. And there's supposedly that was called Mummy Hill Cemetery with a lot of ghost stories. I have yet to find the ghost stories, but I think Mummy Hill Cemetery is a completely different cemetery, like a very, very small cemetery that's up on the hill above that. It's just a matter of trying to find it. So I'm sort of going out there right now. That's a cool old stone building there. But anyways, I think some of these historic markers that unfortunately I don't know when they're going to be back. There's Reed's Fort's out right now. The one Union Canal one, well, two of the Union Canal ones are out, and the James Lick one is also out. They're just sort of, some of them are back already. I was able to do some of those, like Sadison's Lutheran Church, but there's quite a few going. And apparently this is the time of year they do that, so sort of didn't pick necessarily the best time to be doing these, but they've been doing well. And I like the format. It's a quick and easy film, and especially in this cold weather like this, it keeps the channel going, and if anything, has actually helped the channel perform quite a bit better. So I enjoy doing it, but I want to try to start getting the long format videos up. Another thing we're going to possibly attempt, it just depends on how I'm feeling. I promised I wanted to go back to that cemetery at Fort Hunter. It's Fort Hunter Cemetery, which is the slave cemetery, because Fort Hunter had slaves there for, I think, into the 1820s. But anyways, I want to see if I can get there. Cliff did find that and film there. I would like to film there as well. Mainly, I'd like the experience more than anything, to be at a place that is so sacred. And I think, you know, every cemetery is sacred, but there's something about the struggles of these individuals and just the state that the cemetery is in that speaks to me quite a bit more. It's a part of, unfortunate part of the American experience for some folks, and and for the cemetery to be in the state that it is sort of, to me, is I don't think I think it's irredeemable in a lot of ways. There's no reason why that shouldn't be taken care of. I understand with the Africa Cemetery, as much as that makes me mad, that should have never been in a live ordinance zone. Unfortunately, it is. So there's reasoning behind why that can't be visited. But this is a cool church up here on the hill. I think it's like Mount Laurel. Yeah, Mount Laurel Church of God. Quite neat, though. It might be a church I have to research a little bit. And cemetery looks a lot newer, though. I do like to try to visit the cemeteries that have got a little bit more age, have to do with, say, the French and Indian War and Revolutionary War, just because of the history that comes with it. And it is, too, with the newer cemeteries. Sometimes they have weirder rules and you're not allowed to film there and that type of stuff, which I understand, but it's just sort of the older cemeteries, because of their historical significance, wind out allowing a lot more access in that regard. But anyways, it's just one of those things. It's interesting to me, and it's just another exploratory trip, and hopefully we'll get a couple videos out of this. It's pretty cold and there's a little bit of a drizzle coming down, so that will affect what we all do. I will be going back to Fort Hunter again. I just have to assess and look at, do I think that this is something that would be remotely intelligent for me to try? Probably isn't, but and if it isn't, I'll look at that and I'll say, nope, can't do it. You know, and that, it is what it is, just safety wise. Try it at a warmer time of season. It's just right now is a good time to go because you have a lot less underbrush to go through and you can see things a lot better. So it's a state of it's pretty bad. So in that regard, it's sort of, to me, it's like, well, this is the best time to maybe go that we could easily find this. And that is the Blue Mountain there. Down a ways down that way would be where the Man of the Gap is. We're in Fishing Creek Valley right now, and we are going west out to Fort Hunter and see what we can see. But anyway, so we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna probably stop the film here because we have done a country roads take me home on 443 West. We took it through Greenpoint, out through here to Fort Hunter at one point, and it was pretty nice little video going out through here because it's a beautiful drive. And we did that once before, but anyways, so I want to say thanks for coming along on this short drive. Just figured it'd be cool to pop that out on Piketown Road and going through those different little villages and towns, and talking a little bit about what we're doing, what we're trying to explore for, and say a thanks to Brandy. I'm not quite sure what we're all going to get filmed today, but we will be going back. Probably going to do something small, but yeah, mainly I'm just sort of, I'm checking out to see what's all there, because I would like to get a little bit more information and actually find out what the ghost stories are, because apparently this Mummy Hill Cemetery was almost as popular as the Blue-Eyed Six story, and that's saying something, because Blue-Eyed Six were really, to this day, is something that people really like to research and check out. So something happening in the cemetery ghost story wise, or somebody's buried there of some kind of significance, whether good or bad, that people like to visit. I just have not been able to find it, because I found a bunch of other really cool stories, old cemeteries that are in the area that have weird stories, which will be nice to do those ones as well. But I have not been able to ascertain yet what sets this Mummy Hill Cemetery apart, and whether Hecktown Cemetery is actually Mummy Hill Cemetery, or if they're two separate cemeteries, because it's understandable that they would get mixed up, because they both seem really, really close to one another, like literally within less than half a mile. So I don't know. We'll find out though, and we'll get that information to you. But once again, thanks for coming along. on another adventure here as we're going Country Roads Take Me Home, and searching for more hometown history. And as always, I will say, we will see you all about town.